So I'm Kim, I'm 33, and this is my first baby Scarlett, who's 7 months. I think I felt added pressure when I knew I wanted to start trying for a baby, to probably run more and to eat healthier. I think those pressures just come with wanting your body to be ready. Yeah, definitely. Social media is full of mums who run when they're 30 weeks pregnant and doing everything that you think you should, and still lifting weights and still going to yoga. And I think social media paints a really awful picture of how things are, but that's not always the case for some people. Some people can't, some people don't have easy journeys through pregnancy. I didn't, and I think you feel a lot of pressure from social media because it just paints a picture that sometimes isn't real. They found three growths in my uterus at my 12-week scan, and then ever since then really it was just a really bumpy ride. I was scanned weekly and quite a few problems, so staying fit was really quite difficult because it would just take it out of me really. I was terrified to run, and it was my favourite thing in the world to do. But the second I found out I was pregnant, I was so scared to run. I'd never been pregnant before. I didn't know what to expect, and then running at a speed just all of a sudden didn't feel safe to me. But I soon got over that. My health didn't so much take a knock, but I think it took a toll on my body. My legs couldn't carry me, I was out of breath, so much easier, and then I found running and exercise really difficult. So then I turned to walking, because it was the easiest option for me to do, to make sure I was getting my steps in and keeping fit. I think like any other pregnant person, you Google, which is good and bad. And I knew it was completely safe. I spoke to my midwife and she knew I was a runner, and she told me because I was already a runner, I did it regularly, there was no harm at all. I couldn't control anything that was going on in my body. What was going to happen was going to happen. Exercising was something that I could control, because we didn't know what was going to happen, what our journey would look like, if she was even going to get here safely, and thankfully she did, and she's absolutely fine. But the process to get her here, like I said, that wasn't an easy one. So that was mentally a complete saviour, really. You have to just keep telling yourself, like, what will be. You can't stress about what you can't change. People only post the snippets of not the happy times, but the good bits, and it's hard. And I think that the pressure of becoming a new mum, everybody has an opinion of what you should and shouldn't do, and there's 10 brands of everything. You can do this, you can do that, and everybody puts in their 2 pence worth. And I think it's a very overwhelming time, and sometimes you don't know which way to look or what to do first. And fresh air, getting outside, and just, again, like I said, having a bit of headspace, just take time to just breathe away from everything, definitely helped. I think there's a lot of pressure to snap back to the body or the shape or even the person you were before. But because I had a C-section, my recovery was a lot longer than it should have been, and I felt quite incapacitated for a while because of what we went through. So sometimes for me, just standing up was an achievement in the very early days. So for me, every day was like a different goal. Can I walk to the kitchen? Can I walk upstairs? In the first couple of weeks after she was born, obviously recovering from my section, I felt very frustrated because I wanted to just get up and run. Obviously, you have to let your body heal naturally. You have to recover properly. So I knew when my body was ready, I would be able to do it again. It was just about being patient and not pushing myself. So I had a planned C-section, but the growths I explained earlier, by the time she was born, the largest one was about this big, and there were 3 of them. I lost quite a lot of blood, so the recovery was really quite tough. I felt like I'd been hit by a train like 2 or 3 times over, but I'm really quite fortunate. I've recovered really well, but yeah, very early on, sometimes I thought I'd never run again, and that just broke me, but I knew I had to just be patient and let my body heal, however long it took. But even at work, I'd just make countless cups of tea, walk upstairs, talk to my colleagues. I just knew I wanted to keep moving, because I knew it was very likely having a section because of all the problems we had all the way through the pregnancy. I was told that quite early on, that she would have to be a section. So I knew I wanted to keep moving, keep walking, and I do think that really did me the world of good, because I recovered so well. Although it was frustrating in the early days, I am back running again. I was running, I think, when she was 3 months old. And I do think the fact that I kept moving during pregnancy did me the world of good now that she's here, definitely. But I think I had to take a step back and be like, you're allowed to feel these things. You're human, you've just had a baby. You need to be able to feel those things. if you don't want to get up, you don't have to. But then on the flip side of that, I'll absolutely allow myself to rest. But the next day, I'll be like, right, what can I do today? Can I go for a little walk? Do I feel well enough? Can I go for a little jog? I think letting my body heal first and being sensible and resting was the most important thing. As much as I wanted to get back out there and start running and exercising again, I knew I had to let my body heal. But like I said, in small quantities, small walk to the kitchen, small walk to the co-op, and I think just building it up really slowly was a very good idea. I think don't make it too complicated and don't put any pressure on yourself. Even if you just walk around, go for a walk, meet a friend and just go for a walk. It doesn't have to be much, and don't overthink it, I'd say. I think it's really important to keep moving after you've had your section. You definitely need to keep moving, but also remember to just be sensible. Your body will take a very long time to heal, but it will. And like I said, small goals. Can you walk upstairs? Can you walk to make a cup of tea? And then just start really, really slow. There's no pressure to do it in any certain amount of time, and everyone's really different. Some people bounce back in a day, some people take months. Everyone's different, but I think it's good for you in your headspace to just keep moving, just even a little bit, just to set yourself these tiny goals. So when you are having those down days where you feel like you just can't, there is something you can work towards. It's like a goal, can I get dressed? Can I get out of the house? If you stay in your pyjamas the rest of the day, you should know you've tried to do something.